At a big publicity event, a door prize was offered and everyone was given a ticket. And the ticket had a number on it. And at the end of the event, they would read the winning number and someone would leave with the door prize. Now, there was an interesting phrase on the ticket, and here's what it said: must be present to win. And so what they were saying is that if you left early, you couldn't claim the door prize. It would go to someone else. But I thought about that. Must be present to win. What a great reminder of how you and I want to live our lives. You see, there are many areas of life, not just events with door prizes, but there are many aspects of our life where the only way to really win is to be fully present. So remember this phrase: must be present to win. But when it comes to our relationships and connecting with other people, must be present to win is a very valuable maxim. Now, how does it affect us? Well, the first point is that you can't be present with everyone. And sometimes that's what we try to do. Maybe we're standing talking to a person in a crowded room and they're opening their heart to us. They're telling us how they feel, but we're glancing behind them, making eye contact with somebody else, saying, "I'll be with you in just a minute." Do you see what just happened there? Do you see what happened to the trust, to the intimacy that was building when somebody opened up and began to talk to you? So the first way to apply this is next time you see someone and you say, "How are you?" Don't look away. Don't make eye contact with the next person that you're going to say, "How are you?" to. Listen to them. Be fully present to win. Now, when you're talking to a group of people, perhaps an audience in a larger room, you can't talk to a room. A room doesn't hear you. A room doesn't know what you said. But what you need to do is talk to each person in the room. And to the best of your ability, you need to be fully present with those individuals. And what does that look like? Well, perhaps an oversimplification, but here's what it's like. It's like you make a statement, and that's like tossing a ball. And then you make eye contact, just briefly, with different ones in the room. Now, don't be creepy and stare anybody down, but when you throw the ball, just glance at someone with this question in your mind: did you get it? And what you'll find is that gradually everyone in the room begins to realize that that's what's happening, that you're playing ball, you're having a conversation with them. And so the next statement you make, you throw it out and nobody knows where you're going to look, but you look at somebody just briefly with that question in your mind: did you get it? Did you catch the ball? And here's how that makes you a better presenter to the room: is you know that when you start to see the heads nodding, now you can move on to the next point. So be present with individuals, even when you're speaking to a room full of people. Now, who? Who should you be present with? And the answer is everyone that matters in your life. And I would add, even people that you never even thought of as mattering. You see, sometimes we make a difference by letting people that are invisible be seen. Be present with those who are invisible. Be a good listener to those who have no voice, and be a spokesman for the downtrodden and the underrepresented. That's how you can be fully present. That's who you can be fully present with. And now, what are the areas where that presence needs to manifest itself? Well, the first one is not always possible, but it is to be physically present. And really, there's no substitute. We have a lot of amazing technology today. We have video conferencing, and it might be the next best thing to being physically present. But there is really no substitute for sitting across from someone or sitting beside someone in the same room, breathing the same air, hearing the same sounds. So whenever possible, be present with those who matter in a physical way. There's another way: be present mentally. And that's what we were just talking about there. When you're talking to someone and you say, "How are you?" Don't be looking around. Allow your full engagement to be present so that you're hearing what the person has to say. And even validate the fact that you're present mentally by asking questions. So when somebody makes a statement to you to indicate that you're present mentally, go ahead and say, how do you mean? This is what I heard you to say. And at very least, just wait for a few seconds before you respond. Those seconds allow you to digest what they have said and let them know that you are present mentally. Here's another way to be present. Be present emotionally. And sometimes we see emotions on people's faces. And if we just keep going, if we don't allow their emotions to affect us at all, they will sense that we are not present. We might be there physically, we might even be there mentally. But if we're not in tune with the emotion that we are sensing, then they will not feel that we're truly present. And then finally, this one's a little advanced, be present spiritually. Now, men have a harder time with this. You tell a man to be present spiritually, to focus on the things that are not seen by the eyes. And men say, what? What is that all about? But very often, women will have a sensibility in this area, and men can learn it too. To be present spiritually, focus on the things that are intangible. And sometimes the very best decisions are made with our gut rather than with our intellect. And what is that tuning in on? It's things that the eyes can't see and the ears can't hear. So by way of reminders, you and I are going to be more effective in every aspect of our lives and in all our relationships if we're present. Remember, you must be present to win.